Hi, welcome back. Today we are looking into the things Mo Faya could have done better. But first, let me begin by saying I thought Mo Faya is a great show. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. It's one of the few Kenyan series I actually follow from the beginning to the end. But to do that, I had to suspend my disbelief in a few areas, which inspired me to make this video. With that said, let's get into it. Warning before we start, there will be spoilers. First off, let's talk about what I call Father Christmas effect. Christmas is celebrated all over the world, and in many households, it's a time of forgiving gifts. These gifts are usually placed under the Christmas tree, and the children are told that they were delivered by Father Christmas, also known as Santa, during the night. But as the kids grow older, logic kicks in. They start questioning how one man could possibly travel the entire world in one night, delivering gifts to every home. Eventually, they realize it was their parents all along, buying, wrapping, and placing the gifts. The illusion is broken and the magic is gone. In the same way, if a child no longer believes in Santa, telling them that he brought the gifts won't have any impact. It doesn't work. That's exactly what happens when a show constantly relies on unrealistic events or plot holes to move the story forward. If you keep doing it, your audience will stop suspending their disbelief. They'll stop taking the story seriously, no matter how entertaining it's meant to be. Now back to Mo Fire. The reason I say the show has a Father Christmas effect is because the protagonists get so lucky in so many situations, you are forced to suspend your disbelief and just go along for the ride, even when it makes no sense. For example, Brian and Zawadi seem to disappear and reappear from Western Kenya to Nairobi without any explanation of how they managed that. You are left to fill the blanks yourself. Then, there's walkie-talkie used to track all police communication. Timo's abilities to outsmart the entire DCI system, and the fact that the student leader and his fellow student are also some of the biggest gangsters in Nairobi. These are just a few examples off the top of my head. But like I said, if you are willing to suspend your disbelief, the show is definitely entertaining. This brings me to my second point. There's a saying in storytelling, if the success of the protagonist depends on the incompetence of the antagonist, we disengage from the plot. In Mo Fire, the success of Brian and his crew depends purely on the incompetence of the DCI. From the first episode to the last, they are portrayed as some of the most incompetent investigators in the country. Yes, two characters are eventually killed, and two are arrested. But still, the crew wouldn't have gotten away with what they were doing in the way they were doing it for that long. There was clearly a lack of research. I'd recommend the creators bring in an actual DCI consultant to help create more believable scenarios, rather than making the authorities look so incompetent just to stretch the story across 6 episodes. Let me stop here because, again, I genuinely love the show, but they need to fix the few minor things. What did you think about the show? Was it a hit or a miss? Let me know in the comment section below. Coming up soon, I will be doing a countdown of the best Kenyan shows on Netflix. And yes, Mo Fire made it the list. In the meantime, check out the video on your screen right now where I broke down the worst Kenyan TVs on Netflix. Don't forget to click the thumbs up and subscribe if you like more content like this. With that said, today I wanted to keep it short. Until next time, goodbye.